So today's Thursday, and Thursday's trend continues where this is just all about quality of movement. What's funny is the last few Thursdays, it's been 20 minutes of quality movement. And every time I've like almost made it through 4 rounds and I've been like, man, I just want to like finish my 4th round. But so today is actually 4 rounds for quality. So even if it takes you a little bit longer than 20 minutes or maybe a little bit less than 20 minutes, which it should be around 20 minutes, I just want you to like work your way through 4 rounds. So what you'll need for this is we'll need a box for step ups. They're lateral. I'll go through that. We're going to need a space on wall to do some thoracic rotations, which I'll show you. Scapula push-ups, you don't need very much for that. Slow overhead squats, those are going to be done with essentially PVC or a broomstick or anything like a wooden dowel that you would have. And then you're going to do some side planks, 20-second holds on the side planks. So you're going to need to be able to just see a timer for that portion of your work. Excuse me. I'm just going to walk you through the different movements. I changed my setup because I wanted to show you the thoracic rotations are really different, and they were like my favorite thing about today, so a real gem for my mobility. But I've got a box here that I use. It's just an ottoman for my lateral steps. So these lateral step ups, you really do want to stand next to your box so that you're stepping up and to the side to get up on top. Then you're just going to stand tall. You're going to come back all the way down. So you're just going to get 5 right, and then you'll turn around on your step. Same thing, stand all the way up, come all the way down, and you'll get 5 right, 5 left. Then your thoracic rotation. So this one was huge for me. There's 2 different varieties I'll show you, and it kind of just depends on A, which one feels better for you, and B, how much wall space you have. So for this, I'll show you this side first. What you're going to do is you're going to come to your wall, and you're going to find like a Captain Morgan's, just a lunge in front of it. So then I'm going to have both arms out in front of me. I'm going to take the one close to the wall, and I'm going to go all the way up and around. So that's half of it. And then the other half is going to be taking that right hand and pressing it away from the wall. Then I'll bring it back. So again, it's all the way around and press away from the wall. The other option, maybe I don't have this much wall space, or it feels better to do this. I would say I liked this version better anyways, would be hands to the head. Just kind of like when you thread the needle versus this, you'd be doing this. So you're going to go here, both elbows point towards the front. Then you're going to take that elbow that's close to the wall, bring it all the way up and around. And then from there, you're going to try to pull it away from the wall, bring it back. So you want to have the knee up that's closest to the wall, and you can use the wall there against the knee if you need to. But let's just take a moment, and you guys can set up that for yourselves, or just try to find a space that you might use for that before we get started so that you don't have to figure that out when we get started. There you go, Kat. So you go all the way up and around, and you probably want to look at that hand, that right hand, and then you're going to try to pull it away from the wall. There you go. And then you'll come back to that position. Go ahead and try one with your elbow as well, just to see the difference. So hands are on your elbows, elbows point forward. Same idea, around, and then try to pull it away from the wall. Good, Maura. So that elbow one's probably going to be much harder, a little more difficult for you to actually pull away from the wall, but it's okay because you have your hand on your head, it's really kind of protecting your shoulder in the range of motion too. So just do which one you feel you get the best out of. I've never done this before, so I alternated through. We're doing 4 rounds. One round I did the arms out straight, then the next I did this, and then I couldn't decide which one I liked best, so I alternated through them. Oh, let me just move my stairs. So Carrie, if you're having a little bit of trouble finding a good wall to do it on, I would say if you moved that out of the way completely and just used the pillar space, just the sliver of wall there, where that was kind of, right? Was that up there? Yeah, like just anything, and it could even be in the hallway a little bit. But anything that you can put your hip and your knee up against, that's really what we want. So that you have to move up and around and then try to press away. Yeah. So it's like, as long as it's stacked up in front of your face, it will probably be enough for you to kind of have to move around it. Yeah, and then just try to face it and push away. You can really, the goal for those is to really feel like you're having to work to move this stuff, right? We want to feel like this stuff is working in this position. So those are your wall thoracic rotations, and every round you're going to do 5 right, 5 left. And then we're going to do scapula push-ups every round. You're going to do 10. Scapula push-ups are just going to be holding the top of your plank. And these are really great after the thoracic rotations because those really open up your shoulders. Then you're just going to practice holding the top of your plank, sinking into it, pushing away. Sinking into it, pushing away. So the whole time your arms are really straight and you're just looking for this. It's not much movement. It's just what you have available. Try to like press and breathe through those. You're going to get 10. And then, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Then you're going to take your broom or your PVC or whatever you have, and you're going to do 10 slow overhead squats. So for those, press it up overhead, find a nice strong core. I want you to like stabilize and think about balance and breathing, but the most important part, press up, knees wide. So eventually we really want to start feeling this in the upper back, like keep working to keep that chest up. So you're going to do 10 of those nice and slow, and then it's going to be a 20-second side plank either side, or sorry, both sides, not either. So those you want to just pick the appropriate level. Make sure you're able to breathe. So it could be that you keep that bottom knee down, right? So that's a nice straight line. Or you're going to stack your feet on top of one another and just look for a straight line there. And you'll get 20 seconds right and left. So if you want to write it down, you can, but 4 rounds, this is for quality. Lateral box step-ups, 5 right, 5 left. Thoracic rotations, 5 right, 5 left. 10 scapula push-ups, 10 slow overhead squats, 20 seconds side planks, left and right. Okay? So we're going to walk through 4 rounds of that, and you can just take your time. So I'm going to have a clock on just to know about where we are. But as soon as you're ready to get started, you can get started into your lateral box step-ups first. So really just want to keep the hips to the side, or keep the box to the side of us. Try to think of driving through that flat foot. Knee goes nice and wide, looking for lots of just stability on your drive up and down. Good, Carrie. So just stand to the top with both feet and then back down. There you go, and then back down. So looking for traction and balance in that foot. Make sure your foot is fully flat. Mike, don't just have your heel up like that. There you go. That's it. I want to drive up through that flat foot. And then you'll just trade sides, do the same thing on the other side. Thoracic rotations, 5 right, 5 left. Take your time setting yourself up. If it takes you 3 to find it and you want to do a couple more than 5, by all means. It's a lot easier if you look at the hand, kind of travel with it with your spine, and really try to press away from that wall. Keep the other arm up and active. It's that twist away from the wall that we really want to get the thoracic side kind of into it. So like your lats, below your rib cage. Work your way through 5 and then set yourself up on the other side. Carrie, you got to go the other way. So it's the other knee up. Sorry, I didn't notice it on the other side. That knee up. There you go. Good. You kind of want to have to fight to move around it, but it should feel welcomed. You know, make sure nothing feels too bad. Kind of moving with the breathing and trying to press into it with the twist. After those, we're going to go into scapula push-ups. So just try to lock your body in that tight position. And the only movement is your chest up and down through your scapula. Good. Arms are straight posts. Trying to breathe as you move. Maybe it's not a big movement, or maybe it is. Maybe you can find a lot of movement here. Really press into that round. Get the upper back as close to the ceiling as you can as you push away from the floor. Good, cat. Nice connection. Maura, can you back up to the other side of that box or just go between the box and that wall just so I can see more of you? Yeah, there you go. Good. Carrie, I would grab that a little bit wider if you can. And think about pushing it up right here. And then think ribs down, relax your upper traps. So try to relax here and think about bracing here. So turning it this way, armpits forward. There you go. Brace your core, ribs in, and try to just breathe and press yourself down. Lots of tension in the upper body. There you go. Press, press, press. Slow is good here, guys. You're going to get way more out of it if you can feel it all connect along the way. Search for more tension, and that's a more better. Yeah. So when you're down there, fight to press it up over your head, getting your chest up higher, your back more engaged. Fight to keep your knees wide, connect to the floor, keep breathing. Good, Maura. We want straight lines, just kind of pressing the floor away. There you go, Carrie. Nice and lifted on that lower side. Good, Kat. Keep pulling and pressing, so it's not going in front, but pressing up, up, up. Try to break that dowel. 20 seconds on each side in a side plank. Make it doable enough to breathe through. Just really want to stack things. Once you're super stable and you can breathe calmly, then play around with things like simply twisting your neck. Maybe side to side, looking down and looking up. But look for stability before you try to add any movement like that. But you might find that it feels good for your neck once you're under tension to just kind of twist and look up and look down. Good, Maura. Great, Kat. Nice line. Good. So when you're done with your 20-20, you go back to your lateral step ups. Just really want to plant that foot, Look for a good connection before you drive all the way up to standing. Think about your breathing as well here, guys. This is when we're moving really slow. We definitely can pay much more attention to our breathing. So inhale through the nose as much as possible. You can even keep it closed for your exhales or just try to exhale through a pursed lip. Be really intentional with your breathing. Good, more. Try to get that elbow off the wall there. Yeah, just a little bit. There you go. Try not to interlace your fingers, Kat. Just have them next to each other or whatever. There you go, Carrie. Big and open. Just try to press it out. There you go, Mike. These could be huge for you with that upper thoracic mobility. There you go. Once you get there, try to get that right hand off, twist and press. Good, Maura. Yeah. It looks like you have more movement this round, Maura, in those scap push-ups. Maybe those were helpful, those elbow ones. Yeah. There you go, Kat. Big fight here. Keep the glute engaged, that tailbone tucked under. There you go, Mike. You're cleaning your picture while you're at it. Good, Maura. Fill your core, brace it, and keep that brace on. That's it, Carrie. Yes. There you go, Kat. Can you press, press, press? Try to get that upper back towards the ceiling. Can't press it and feel it anymore. Good, Carrie. All right, try to break that broomstick, Kat. Lots of pressure overhead. Keep pushing it up, up, up. Yes, great tension. Make it feel super heavy with tension. Like you're milking every ounce of benefit out of every squat you're doing. Here we go, Carrie. Try to relax the upper neck. Try to relax that, bring it down. Press the pinkies into the bar. Armpits are forward. There you go. If you need to play around with your foot stance, you can go a little wider if it helps. Just think about bracing your core, pressing it down. We have to press into our toes and push our shins forward. That's better, Mike. Think about pressing the hips down, wide knees. Great, Kat. Great depth. Good, Carrie. There you go. Nice and tight. Lots of tension. There you go, Mike. Don't just pull it behind you. Press it up. Press it up. Good work. Hips up, hips up. Imagine there you go, Mike. That's better. There's a strap attached to the ceiling, just pulling you up. There you go, Maura. Find a nice strong base. Enjoy these. There you go, Carrie. Try to straighten that left leg out straight. There you go. There you go, Kat. Nice job. Good, Mike. Come all the way down every time, so you have to lift that leg up and onto it. There you go. Good, Maura. Think about squeezing your glutes, opening your hips up. Great movement. All right, Maura, work on breaking that bar overhead. Really look for tension. There, that one was better. Nice job. Yes, Maura, good job. There you go. Keep the head up. Nice neutral gaze ahead of you in those squats. There you go, Carrie. Just try to press and pull into as much movement as you can in that upper back, chest. Great lockout, Kat. Lots of tension. Awesome. There you go, Maura. Awesome alignment. Just keep those hips right where they are. Try to think about squeezing your glutes. Keep things on. There you go, Carrie. Nice wide grip on that bar. Think armpits forward, press into it. Make sure you can breathe. There you go. Relax the traps. Good. That was good, Carrie. Nice tension. Make it feel real heavy. Good job, Maura. Keep breathing. Keep it up. All right, Mike. Pretend it's 500 pounds. Press it up. Oh, he's getting brave. I'm going to show her how deep I'm going. Yeah. They look good and warmed up. Nice job, Mike. Here we go. Keep digging that right knee wide, especially on your way up. So press into it on your way down and then try to dig it wide on your way up to keep it active. Good, better. That's it, Mike. Nice job. Good work, guys. Doing good timing-wise. 17:30 in. I think everybody has just one more round after they finish this up, so that's perfect. I love doing it for quality, not for time. It's nice seeing people not speed through. Gives you the chance to connect. Good, Maura. Make sure that back knee is right under your hip, not behind you too much. Yeah, give yourself some good support there. All right, Carrie, one more time through. Any of the unilateral stuff, guys, that if one side is you're weaker, you could always throw a couple more reps on that side. Wouldn't hurt you at all. Good, Maura. Keep fighting. Here you go, Kat. Great. Scapula push-ups are just great training tools for your shoulders, guys, because you're getting more mobility in the same position. So very helpful for push-ups. Good, Maura. Nice. Better brace on that one. Thinking about your brace, pressing yourself down. Good, Mike. There you go. Slow it down on your way down, Maura. Try to keep it nice and slow and smooth. Good, Carrie. Lots of movement there. That's great, Carrie. That's it. Nice upper body, looking more relaxed and upright. There you go, Mike. Press as far as you can away from the floor. Good, Mike. Chest up, keep pressing up. That's it. And fighting that right knee. Engage that right glute. Nice work, Maura. How you feel?
I feel good. I liked the wall work.
Yeah, wasn't that great?
Yeah.
I mean, my shoulders really needed that, and like it was very difficult during, but like then going in right from that to the scapula push-ups is where I could feel a real difference, especially first round compared to like last round. Like felt like my first round, it was like, oh, these are hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's such a hard area to stretch.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
I loved that stretch though. And I felt like I got more out of the elbow one, but I enjoyed the feeling of the straight arm one as well.
I felt like the straight arm one was like way more intense.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because of whatever is going on back there, but yeah, I had like better range of movement, but it definitely, I felt like lit up. Like
so, yeah, you know what I think it is like having your arm free gives your shoulder more range of motion. So you can get farther because your shoulder's traveling in this nice way. But then when you get there and you go to do this, you're already like in a bigger position. So when you're here, you kind of like aren't as twisted when you go for that twist away from the wall, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
it kind of keeps, yeah. But either way, that was definitely the cream on my, or the cherry on my workout today. Was like, it felt really good for like up here.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody else feel good about that? Mike, how'd that feel for you?
Definitely sweating.
Good. You know, like just slow movement, but like, did you feel like you maybe gained some good mobility?
I gained some mobility, but I feel like I'm losing strength in my arms because like I'm feeling more wobbly.
Maybe you just are feeling a little more connected.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like sometimes when you slow things down, you notice how much harder they are. And it's because you're connecting to the movement at every range of motion throughout it, rather than just speeding through.
Yeah.
Like if I were to do 5 really strong, hard push-ups or 5 kind of like lazy push-ups, the 5 strong, hard push-ups would be so hard. And the 5 push-ups that were, you know, like I could make 5 push-ups kind of easy, just kind of by slacking. So maybe you're just doing better. That's the way I would like to put a spin on things. Like I don't think,
agree with you.
just because I really don't think, like I know I'm doing all these workouts and I'm watching you do them all, and I feel like my strength is getting better, or I don't feel like I'm losing strength. I mean, of course I don't know because I haven't been testing myself with barbells, but I don't know. I don't feel weaker, but I can understand and relate to feeling like things feel harder, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Kat, how'd it feel for you?
Yeah, it was nice. I like the overhead squat. The first round felt heavy.
It's cool to make it like, honestly, like the heavier it feels, it's like, oh, you're doing a good job. Because if you start making it feel light, it's like, oh, you're just going into your comfort. You know, that's usually what's happening with PVC. But then also usually if the first round feels worse, it's like you're tapping into better range of motion. I feel like you had way more tension in your last few rounds. So that was great. Carrie, how'd things feel for you? Your little stairway to heaven. I have to ask you what those stairs are for.
Oh, they're for my dogs to get into my bed.
Oh. That was like my hypothesis, but
Yeah, so I borrowed those. Yeah, I feel like my side planks are getting a lot better.
yeah, you look strong in them.
Yeah, I don't think even a few weeks ago I could have held each side like that. So
Cool. That's great. Side
Still getting
planks are
shaky.
definitely hard. What's that?
they're still
Okay.
getting a little shaky at the end, but
Yeah.
that's
Well, side planks, you're going from, 3 points of contact essentially to 2. So it's like taking a plank, and no matter what, your side plank, even if you go to the more scaled back version, it's a line on, like you could do it on a curb essentially, because you're in a straight line. Where if you're in a regular plank, you'd need that like extra point of contact. So
Right.
it's very much so less stable, and obliques and working those sides. Those are kind of things that we kind of need. And we tend to be very frontal in our work capacity. We tend to be pushing away from ourselves. We tend to be doing things in this way. So working on this part of us and the back part of us is really good too. All right, so before I leave you today, I want to give you your bit of an afterburn that you guys can take and do with what you'd like. But your homework or your cool down could be accumulate at least 3 minutes in a wall facing handstand. So I'm just going to go through like a lot of different options here, but I want you to play around with things that you feel solid enough to hold for good chunks of time, like at least 30 seconds at a time. That way you're doing no more than 6 sets. However, like I had so much fun with this because I love inversions and I love handstands. So I was like feeling okay my first couple, and then I got like, oh, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if I could do this. And then I like did like 6 more sets, so you can have fun with this and play around with different versions. But the very basic version of a good support in that position is just finding an inverted pike. So I'm going to find a bear position, but what I want then is to drop the head and tuck the head through the hands, and then maybe I can lean forward a little. But this is one that you can easily do. And then if that's not enough, you would just have to add something to that position to put more weight into your hand. So you could do any sort of pike hold, whether it's on a wall or on a box or a couch or something like that. The other things you could do is, first off, in order to get into a good handstand facing the wall, I kind of have to do a wall climb. So you can do any level of a wall climb. Maybe it's just getting my feet in this position and holding, pushing my head through my shoulders. This is really hard, guys. I don't want it like this. I want to be here. Squeeze press. You can do any level of that along the way. Or if you're comfortable, you want to be nose and toes. Only things touching the wall are nose and toes. So if you have other variations you'd like to do, you could do that as well, but really those are simple and effective. So pick something that you can genuinely hold and breathe through, and try to accumulate 3 minutes, okay? And that will be a really good way to kind of finish by using all that great mobility you just opened up, right? Like you just really opened up these guys. So try to, when you're in that position, think about stacking your weight into your lats and really tucking into it all the way. and try to time yourself so that you're in a challenging, 30 seconds isn't easy. Shouldn't be easy, but it also should be doable. Okay? Any questions? All right. I challenge you to do it and make a post about it because you love to be upside down. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming.